Holy ravioli, Luigi. What do we got here? That's right. It is the Super Mario Brothers movie Bowser figure, man. He's finally here, and holy smokes, this guy looks absolutely sick. So here he is in the packaging. Before we open it up, here's a look at the side of the box there. You can see Bowser, the full image of the figure itself, and on the back, there he is. Look at that. So we have 14 points of articulation, premium details, and fire-breathing action. This is going to be insane, man. This guy actually has a smoke gimmick. It's going to be so cool. Look at that. That's another image of the figure there. And that's pretty much it for the box. So let's get this guy open up and take a look at what is inside. Here's a look at the figure without the box. And you can see the interior has this really nice pattern inside. It actually looks like a nice little like display area, which is kind of nice. But there's the figure still trapped inside the packaging. So let's get that out of there real quick. I finally got it. Now who's gonna stop me? Whoa, holy shit. Yeah, boys, this is it. Look at this figure, man. This is the Bowser figure, man. This guy is absolutely sick. Let's take a look at him from each angle, if possible. There we go. Let's rotate him around. Check out the side shot. Wow, man. They absolutely nailed it with this Bowser design for this movie. I honestly didn't think they were going to do it. Like Illumination, you know, it's like, oh, yeah, they're going to screw it up. No, they gave us, like, one of the sickest looking Bowsers I think I've ever seen. Like, it's just crazy looking at this guy. There he is from all the angles. We got a notification from our Amazon. How about that? But yeah, just look at him. The thing I love so much about this Bowser is how reptilian he looks. You know, like he looks so vicious. He looks very dragon-like. Like I feel like he's been kind of getting softer with the video games lately, so it's kind of cool just to see like this really monstrous looking Bowser. Yeah, you could still tell it's him. Like it still looks like Bowser. You know, if you've seen the trailers, he's got tons of expressions and personalities. But yeah, like they just got the perfect expression for this Bowser. He looks so sinister, so evil. It's awesome. But the thing I really like about this design is just like this green that they added to him. Like they added like this green to his body. And I think the reason they did that is because you remember the classic Bowser. Remember in the original Mario game, the NES one, you can see that Bowser used to be green. Of course, Bowser today is yellow. But for this design, you see they put the green on there. So it almost kind of is a nod to this original Bowser, which is so cool. So I really do like that. That is very, very interesting. So looking at more of the details on this guy, I can see that the paint is pretty good on him. Claws are painted nicely. His toes are painted. See, they use a nice metallic silver for those gauntlets on his arms. Is that what you call those? Gauntlets, collar pieces, whatever. Of course, the teeth there are also painted, I believe. They look like they're painted. His inside of his mouth has got paint in there. The eyes are really clean on there. You can see the eyes looking pretty nice there. The hair. Of course, the shell has this nice texturing on the back. Not too bad. Looks good. But the thing I find interesting is the tail. Check out his tail. His tail is longer than normal. But they added one more spike to his tail for some reason. I'm not sure why they did that, but it's just interesting. They decided to add one more tail spike there. Usually he has two, doesn't he? Yeah, he usually does, because if we bring in the SH Figure Arts Bowser, you can see that, you know, he used to have two little spikes on his tail. Now he's got three, so that's interesting. But yeah, here's the SH Figure Arts Bowser. You can see this is what Bowser normally would look like in the video games and media and commercials and everything. And this is like the iconic Bowser that we know from the games. He still looks pretty cool. He's intimidating, you know. He's got a nice iconic look to him. The camera would focus. There we go, look at that. But yeah, like he just looks soft, you know, does he? He looks kind of soft, you know. You can tell, like, yeah, he's got a son nowadays. He's got like 7 nephews he's got to look after. If you look at this Bowser, and it's just like, damn. Like, he does not look like he's playing games anymore. But we'll see. Like, I don't know if Bowser Jr. is going to be in this new movie or not. Maybe he will be in the credits. I don't know. But we will see. But yeah, the comparison between these two is insane. Like, this SH Figuarts Bowser was meant to be like the most highly articulated Bowser figure at the time. And he still kind of is. Like, he has tons of head articulation still. But there's some things that this guy has that this one doesn't have. We're going to look at that just now in the articulation. But just seeing the size difference alone, like the size difference between this $30 Bowser versus this guy who I think was like 60 or 70 bucks when he came out. Just look at that. Like, man, that's crazy. I know sizes and everything, but it's just like, wow. Just incredible seeing these guys next to each other. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at another comparison. You probably see him in the back right there. Look at him. He's like, oh, yeah, we're going to get you just now. Hang on a minute. Let's just do it. We're going to do it raw. No cuts. No cuts. This guy just came right back. Let's see. Can we do this? Oh, this guy's like a little... All right, there we go. But yeah, here's the original Bowser. This is the original Bowser figure that Jakks made. So this was their first Bowser figure they made. He's interesting, to say the least. He's got very loose legs. He doesn't really stand up all that good. He looks kind of goofy, doesn't he? Yeah, if you compare these two, like, look how nice this guy's head looks. Look at this guy, just like, hi, it's me, Bowser. How y'all doing? So, that's interesting. But just looking at these two next to each other, this movie Bowser is bigger than the original Jakks Bowser, which is pretty cool. If we can get this guy to stand up. Let's see. Can we get you to stand up, buddy? Probably should have cut this part out, but oh well. It's fine. Want to see it raw? Alright, let's see. If we can get this little setup here. You can see just how big, man, this guy's so chunky. And he's got a good weight to him, too, this Bowser. He's got a nice weight to him. He's very chunky. But check out the comparison between these three Bowsers. These are the three posable Bowsers. Look at that. There we go. Finally did it. Of course, we are missing one more, aren't we? There's one more Bowser that's missing from the articulated Bowser family. And that, of course, is this one. Oh, yeah. Who remembers this Bowser? This is the Mario Kart 64 Bowser. And you can see this guy is totally different. That's because this was the first posable Bowser figure that came out, I believe. This guy is so sick looking. He's from the N64 era, so he's got that orange skin. He's got those really crazy eyes. Like, he looks super, super cool if you grew up with this Bowser, of course. But if you're, like, not familiar with the orange Bowser, you're like, why is he orange? What is he, like, the Thing or something? Like, nah. But check that out. There we go. There he is. With all these Bowsers. Look at that. All four of the superposable Bowsers, I would say. But yeah, that's a nice little comparison. Of course, we got more comparisons here. Here we have a 6-inch scale G.I. Joe classified figure. Look at that. So that's what he would scale with, a 6-inch figure. I think that scale is pretty good, honestly, with like an actual human. I know Bowser, like, he tends to like change size in all the games. So I guess realistically, Bowser maybe would be like this tall if he was with a human, but I think that scale is still pretty cool. Like, he's significantly bulkier, so you can still take him on, no problem. Let's go and bring on some more here. Here's the Mario Kart 64 Mario. One of my favorite Mario figures. Looking really sick with that Bowser there. But here is the SH Figuarts Mario next to the movie Bowser. You can see that is a really good scale. You see, it's kind of weird. Like, he never scaled well with the SH Figuarts Bowser, which is so weird. I don't know why this guy was so small. Even though I still really like this Bowser because he's got such good head articulation. Yeah, like one of the best posable heads on a Bowser, but the scale is just so ridiculous on this Bowser. It's laughable. But yeah, anyways, let's take a look at the articulation on this guy now, shall we? Alright, it's articulation time. So this is going to be kind of hard because I only have one hand here, but this arm moves up and down, as well as in and out, just a little bit, up and down, as well as forwards and backwards. It's not a ball joint, it's like a disc hinge kind of thing, so, you get the up and down, forwards and backwards there. He has a single joint in the elbow. It's really tight, so let's see if we can get this on camera somehow. He's got a single jointed elbow, which goes out that far. So it's nice range there. He's got a nice single jointed elbow. You can see the nice sculpting too with the scales on there. That's really cool. So yeah, he's got a single jointed elbow, something that not even the SH Figuarts Bowser had. This guy does not even have the elbow joints, which I always thought was kind of weird. No elbow joints here. Look at that. But yeah, it's a nice single jointed elbow there, and his wrists do rotate as well. And these hands are actually a little bit rubbery, which is kind of nice. But yeah, those do rotate. And in terms of the legs I think are on ball joints. Yeah, these legs are on ball joints. You can kind of move them around a little bit. They're kind of hard though. They're kind of limited. They kind of stop here because of the sculpt. But yeah, that's it for the leg. Well, actually not quite, but let's look at the head. This is definitely something I was kind of curious about. Will this Bowser have head articulation? And unfortunately, that is one of the gripes I have with this guy. He does not have head articulation, which I think is unfortunate. You can see that it looks like there probably would have been a chance he could have had head articulation. There seems to be room in there to allow for the head to kind of move, but unfortunately the head is completely stuck in place. The head does not move on this guy. Probably because of his gimmick as well, which we'll get into eventually. Hopefully it works on this guy. I actually have not tried it out yet. But here's something interesting about the legs. He's got knee joints. Look at that. This is the first Bowser action figure with knee joints. That is something you usually do not get on Bowser figures. And his foot also rotates as well. But yeah, a knee joint on a Bowser figure, which is interesting because if we take a look at those knees, even though he has knee joints, I don't really think they're really the most practical joints, because when you straighten out the knees, this is kind of how he ends up when you straighten out those knees. As you can see, unfortunately the legs don't touch the ground when you straighten up his knees, so he's definitely designed to be scrunched over, I guess is the term. Like, it's meant to be crunched over. But you can see, like, when you straighten up his legs, you can't get them both on the ground, which is kind of weird, but he still has the articulation, which is interesting. But you can see something weird I noticed. Look at the body here. You can see that it's almost like he's pre-sculpted on the torso. You can see that that side is different than this side, which is very interesting. I'm not sure why they did that, but yeah, I feel like if they sculpted this side to be, if they sculpted this side to be like this side, he would have actually been able to stand up with the legs straight out. But unfortunately it's not something that's possible here, but guess you can do that. Ow! If you wanted to. Sorry about that, Bowser. But yeah, now we gotta look at the tail, which is basically the last point on his body. In terms of his tail, it's just on a basic swivel at that point, and then a basic swivel at that point, which is actually more articulation than the SH Figuarts Bowser had, because look at his tail. Look at that tail. Yeah, as you can see, there's like no articulation on there, period. So that's pretty cool. He's got 2 points of articulation on the tail. But just like the body, I guess, the tail is kind of meant to be posed in one position, which is like this. Because otherwise, yeah, if you try to straighten up the tail, it kind of breaks up the paint there. But it looks fine still, but like obviously you can see that's not how it's supposed to look. But there we go. So that is the sculpt and the paint on Bowser. Oh, this is such a messy review, I know, but just look at this guy, man. He looks so sick. But anyways, let's take a look at that action feature, shall we? Oh my god, Peach, what have you done? What have you done, girl? Okay, so yeah, as you can see, this is the process of inserting the batteries into the figure. You actually have to remove the shell from the back of Bowser, which of course reveals this. Very strange stuff back here, but you can see there's the little section in his head for the water to go inside of, because he does come with this. This is like this is technically the only accessory the figure comes with, which is this little tiny bottle, which of course is made to hold in some water. So you take this and you insert those little water drips inside the head compartment, and of course you insert your batteries into here. And you have your on and off switch right there. And this little spike right here is actually the button that you press to activate the gimmick. But yeah, the kind of batteries you need for this guy, you need AAA batteries. So keep that in mind. They're not included with the figure. You will need AAA batteries for this guy, which hopefully I do have some. We'll have to find some. I'm sure I have some somewhere. I'm going to look for them. But yeah, let's go and get some batteries in this guy and get the water inside of his head. And we'll take a look at that insane gimmick. I can't wait to see it.
Oh no, please, do not do it. I am princess. Ouch.
Alright, so the batteries are in, the water is loaded. So all I gotta do is push this little button on the back over here. There it is, that's the activation button. It's a spike. It's a nice hidden button there. So once you press that, he should be able to spit out some really gnarly looking smoke. Let's see. Can he do it? Oh my god. Look at that. You want to see that again? Let's see. Just tap it, and there we go. Look at that. Wow. As you can see, he is producing a mist, which does make the area a little bit damp. Not too much, but yeah, let's see that again. Up close, we press that button, and wow. That is insane. Let's see from the front. Come on, let's see. Wow. Have you ever seen a gimmick on a toy that cool? Chances are you probably did, because there actually were a few toys out there in the past that used to use this gimmick, but it's been a long time, to my knowledge, since I've seen any toy, you know, use a mist gimmick like this. It's so sick. Look at that. As you can see, of course, the light inside of his mouth there lights up, which is pretty cool. But yeah, like that is just absolutely amazing. Such a cool feature. So now Bowser can barbecue Mario with relative ease. That is insane. It's like a random amount of smoke each time you press it too. Sometimes it's a little bit, sometimes it's extra. It's just a really cool effect. They just absolutely nailed it. Like, all they had to do, honestly, I think they could have just easily just added a light into his mouth. But the fact they were like, you know what? No, let's make it make smoke, man. Then with that extra mile, it's just like, damn, I love that. For $30, can't go wrong. They could have probably easily charged like $50 for this guy. But nah, it's like $30, dude. Big chunky action figure. Very huge, very heavy thing. He's got good articulation. He's got really good paint, good sculpt. The gimmick works very well. It's a very impressive looking thing. Look at that. To me, this is probably one of the coolest Bowser action figures to date. Just for that smoke alone, the amazing sculpt, the really cool paint. Like, the thing I love about him is just how unique this guy looks. That's the thing I love about him. It's like my favorite Bowser figures was like this guy, like this Mario 64 Bowser, and now this guy, because they just look so different than your average Bowser figure. It's incredible. So yeah, that is a look at the Bowser action figure from the Super Mario Brothers movie. He is dripping mist saliva all over my bed. You're gonna clean that up, aren't you? I'm gonna have to do it. But yeah, that is the Mario movie Bowser action figure. Overall, this is an amazing action figure. Definitely want to make sure you get one if you have the chance. This is absolutely sick. This could be indeed like Toy of the Year, as some people mentioned already. Like, this is an amazing toy. Absolutely do not want to miss your chance to get this guy. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of them out there. They are hitting the shelves now at Target. I hope I can track down a Mario and Luigi sometime as well to go along with them. And hopefully they do make more characters. I'd love to see Donkey Kong and stuff. But yeah, that's going to be it for this review. Thanks for watching. And yeah, gotta love good old Bowser. Hey Bowser, where is my vapes, Bowser? I can't find them anywhere. Did Luigi take them again? Oh, I see how it is. I see how it is. You know, you could have just asked next time.